Right, we are back. Okay, cool. We are back with Outer Worlds. I did play just 1 or 2 hours yesterday off stream. Didn't feel like streaming. So there's a few quests that I've done already, but otherwise we're back here. It will be a short one today, but late. Anyway. Right, I got a new quest called the Ice Palace, where I have to take over this. So we have to take over the station here. So I haven't been there yet. This is a satellite in the outer part of the Halcyon system. Research Station 1084 is technically owned by the board, but has long been since abandoned. So they asked us to go there and take this over.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
We're going to take Avati and Max. Boom.
Why is it great in here? We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up.
Lily Hagen from Sublight, I think they're called, right? Yes, Sublight.
Place.
Mines. Why is he talking so much about mines? Apologies. This doesn't look like it opens up.
Not a peep for me.
Blood. I haven't really used the hunting rifle much, have I? Incredibly low. I get hit by this. Right, so we got an identity cartridge. Haven't swung at all. Oh, there's someone suspended. Unable to access memory cartridge. Restore
Let's give these little
power
fellas a wide
boost.
berth, Captain.
Get hit. So we have to really restore the power first here. Then I assume these automatons come back online as well. Likely. %2 output. %100 output. A tile doesn't flush. Alta Vitae gas is leaking. No good. The new laboratory and air freshener is running low. Repair the toilet.
see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently
did they?
docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Well, my team has already handled the issue. Soldier, your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful.
Whatever.
We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
Do I look like I need some old rust bucket as backup?
Whoa, okay, calm down. I didn't mean anything by it. Jeez. You try and help some people?
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Impressive, Captain. Diplomacy at its finest.
Wasn't it? Definitely was.
Keep a sharp eye out, Captain. One wrong step could incapacitate or kill.
Security routines. Disengage checkpoint security. Engage checkpoint security. We don't disengage, of course. So we don't die. Okay, so the floor's turned off. Check out these rooms first. Cabins. Nothing crazy. Alright.
They've been left here all along.
It's a bit crazy, isn't it? Alright, so these are not turned on, which is cool. This guy's alive. But I wanted to come back and fix it. So there. If he gets survived, he basically dies. Oh, we can exit here to reset the shroud.
No.
And then we should just be able to set the claim here, right? Unlock personal quarters. Okay, these guys, they haven't been told anything, these researchers. All right. What am I actually doing? Grant remote access to the station. Yes. There you go. Now this is basically, we just made this legal property of the Sublight Salvage and Shipping Company. Beautiful.
Sublight will be well pleased that you've claimed the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place.
That's easy.
Hold on, Vic. Don't we know Shortrain from Cascadia?
Do. So too.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members,
Right, let's in.
we've arrived at the groundbreaker.
We gotta talk about this.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
You also find some automatic salvage awaiting your owners.
I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory.
Enough.
Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
You did a gunship bust the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Rare gas in a lab that tested it on people couldn't have been a coincidence.
You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens.
Oh my god.
They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1080.
I don't have an open mind.
And who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Aliens.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
Right, possibly.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain. The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through...
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me.
Was there?
This is my data talking, not my anxiety or
I can
lack
think of a
sleep.
few others. How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it.
Really?
Only your cells would know. Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
I can slow down time. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does she need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness.
Yes.
Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Sublight get so principled?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume.
Yeah.
I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
I mean, I want to talk to her anyway.
Just think of it. This is your initiation.
But
Well, there's your usual.
I take the job.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Yeah, I want to talk to her anyway. So that gives us a chance to do that, right? Now, I have no clue where fucking Byzantine is. I don't think I have access to that yet, to be honest.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam
Yes, I
down
don't.
to the bridge?
I do not. Cool. So let's do the other stuff first. That doesn't actually really matter where we go.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
I need to take your car. Oh shit. Wrong button. So disgusting, right? The meat falls off these pigs and gets eaten. Ugh. Because we have 2 quests with this guy. Okay, so first we need from
How
him
many
the.
years do you think it took nature to shape the rock into a set of horns like that?
To be honest,
We need the information from the broker about
every
the
time I
gas
set foot
to
inside, I had
the
expected
Phineas
power to
zones.
fall over.
And the second thing is apparently he has some information as well for your car around her friends. These people.
Nice work. You should check in with my crew. Maybe...
You got a real talent for murder, stranger. Color me impressed. This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain.
Where do I find the other C3s?
See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there.
What are you waiting for? Help me kill these marauders.
You mean the one still inside? Wish I could, but we play it by the book. You want help? Bertolt's the one to ask.
Are you guys?
Nice work. You should check in with my crew.
C3 mercenary company stationed southeast of Devil's Peak Station. You may be able to convince them to help you.
Crew.
Right, so there's more enemies inside.
Maybe they can
Did she
help
say?
you.
Damn, but I
Go
like
back
the way
and follow
you
the
fight,
trail running
stranger.
underneath that
Wish
archway,
we
and
could
you'll
join
find
you,
them
but
soon
I
enough.
got orders to stay put.
Underneath that arch. I mean, I don't think I actually need their help. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's get them on board. That's an archway, right? It's not the crew, though. Southeast.
How'd you get up here? Through the caves? Good answer. I wasn't looking forward to gut-shotting you. See, the thing is, I'm with the corporate compliance crew. C3, if you will.
Okay.
We're mercs. And our current contract mandates that we annihilate any creatures or persons that emerge from the tunnel.
Allow me to intervene. It's my job to mediate any conflicts of interest regarding C3 and third parties. All right. First things first. To make a decision in this dispute, I'm gonna need to know what your role in your organization is.
I'm the captain. You can consider me the CEO of a company of one.
A lean but efficient corporate structure. I'm impressed. Still, I gotta wonder. What are your intentions regarding Devil's Peak Station? That is why you've wandered out here, I presume.
I need to speak with an informant broker named Hiram.
Our guidelines allow us some leeway in identifying threats to our client. Your unorthodox profession makes me think we ought to remove you from the premises permanently.
Don't do that.
However, the terms of our contract specifically targets marauders, iconoclasts, MSI operatives, and anyone deemed to hobo-like in appearance.
Right.
As you don't appear to fit any of those categories, I'm afraid I can't quite make a call on you.
Fantastic.
Don't we, as a standing policy, provide an alternative to termination via financial restitution? Addy, our chief financial officer, could confirm, but I'm betting if you're willing to compensate us for our lost time and productivity due to this arbitration, you could pass.
Can we just all get along for free? We're on the same side here.
I guess we might could. There's something I like about you. Can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I'd rather have you with us than against us.
Exactly. That's
All
a
right.
good feeling to have,
Lance,
always.
Unless you have a final point of contention to make, I'd say he's clear to go.
Nah, I'll sign the clearance form.
Anything else you...
How did the station end up overrun by marauders if you were hired to guard it?
Trying to say we didn't do our job? I'll have you know, our contract was to stop any marauders coming from the caves. Didn't say nothing about the ones taking the mountain path. We'll simply clear them out later, once we've got the go-ahead from Berthold.
Who's Berthold?
That's right. Berthold Fox is our boss man, founder, president, and CEO. Bertie went down into the caves on a hunt for marauders, give or take, 6 hours ago. He's a hands-on type. Likes to handle the tougher tasks himself. Although, he should have been back. Going on 6 hours now. I'd ask you to check the caves for him, but then we'd have to kill you when you crawl back out.
You're going to kill Berthold when he returns from the caves too?
Space no.
Mike.
Make me an honorary C3 and I'll look for him.
Done. Use this. Signal's locked to Bertie's tracker. Should lead you right to him. Or his body. Whatever you find. Bring him back to us, okay? The guy calls himself the information broker.
Don?
Nope.
Okay.
Watch where you stepping, stranger.
I would have just broken it. Great work. Nicely done.
Okay. Now where is this fucking... I don't even know what cave they're talking about. I literally don't know. They thought I was joking, but I was serious. Devil's Peak Caverns. I must have missed something that would have led me to these caverns. It's beautiful. Shit.
You're hurt.
Well, it wasn't beautiful for long. Mega Mantiqueen.
That assist was a violation of corporate law if I ever saw one. Since it was to my benefit, and we're largely in lawless lands, I'll look the other way. C3 owes you one, stranger.
Awfully sensible for a businessman, aren't you?
It's what I'm known for. Or what I'm usually known for, the occasional mishap notwithstanding. You haven't seen Constance, have you? Ah, there's her torso. And that'll be her legs over yonder, never mind. I'm Berthold.
What in the void are you thinking, creeping around a mannequin like that?
At the time, I was thinking, please don't see me, oh law, I don't want to die, nah. Now I'm thinking it was stupid to come in here.
C3 sent me to find you.
Means they're still holding the post then. Good. You might head on back. We can talk more there where it's safe. I'll be on my way. Once I've gathered up Constance's parts.
I just want to have a look around and actually see where the fuck we are. That's... And this looks like a really cool cave.
You're an artist, Captain. This sign's on us today.
There was a bit more upstairs, but I mean, it's probably just as usual. Just random stuff. More for the experience points. Although I had a look, I think the max level on this one actually, about the updated version, is 36. Which is not that much. So where the fuck did I come out? Right. Somewhere down here.
Hey, Mannequin Slayer. Glad you made it in one piece. After all, not everyone's so lucky. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. I reckon you'll find something you like.
Already did.
Then we call it even between us.
Why are you guys guarding the station?
We were hired to do so. Why else? You did get the memo that we're mercenaries? Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He calls himself the broker, and prefers the glow of a terminal to flesh and blood interaction. But I can't fault his work ethic. Our current gig's to stop, by means of lethal force, any creatures exiting the caverns, including but not limited to marauders, iconoclasts, and agents operating for the MSI.
Kind of odd for a group of mercs to label themselves as corporate entity.
The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient, not to mention stable structure history has ever shown us. Plus, corporations got certain rights not entailed to individuals. I lead the C3s. Addie covers our payroll and expenditures. Lance handles the human capital. And Donald is our charming public face. Our system works. We've racked up more confirmed kills than any other crew you can hire.
I call it even if you help me wipe out the marauders at the broadcast station.
You drive a hard bargain, Mannequin Slayer. It don't make much financial sense for C3 to expend resources on any killing beyond the contract stipulations. As the marauders didn't enter from the caves, the requirements are murky. At the same time, we do want to keep our client alive until the payment's cleared.
Let's do this.
We recommended the client safeguard himself, so I don't expect that the main doors will be accessible. Find a way to open them, and we'll clear any hostiles on the inside.
Can do.
I'd best radio ahead for Joy and Hudson to prep for us. They'll be at the station entrance, ready with our finest auto mechanicals to assist you. C3s, prepare to move out.
All right. Let's go and clear out this broadcasting station. The other way around was probably shorter, wasn't it? No. I still don't quite understand the ways. Anyway. All right. We are to open the door, and then they will come in and do the rest for us. Easy peasy. Squeezy.
Well, we ain't responsible for the
Fighting
interior.
ain't gonna get easier on the inside.
Right, so we have to unseal that.
You may not realize this, being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's online.
Can't. We'll see about that.
That's the last of them.
Oh. I haven't checked everything here yet, have I? That's where it came from.
Here's the elevator.
There you go. Just to get rid of some weight, really.
Ain't gonna budge while this place is on.
Actually, I need a weapon that is easy. Not easy. Light ammunition.
Lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Base to intercom.
Present as always.
Ammunition.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
There you go.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I need to see the information in broker about.
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, recently turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you.
Speaking of, I'm working with Berthold. C3 is ready to fight.
Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good already they've caused aside from, you said you wanted...
Oh.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready. Entering through the main doors as we speak.
Okay, so they're entering. I was thinking we might need to open the door for them, but he's done that, so we can basically just go in and shoot.
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents!
What's that?
These guys are not strong.
Company ammo.
Everyone all right?
Right here! Getting behind cover!
I mean, they do all the fighting for me, right? I don't actually need to do anything. Not use one combat.
That's the last of them, I think.
That's where we came from. No, that's where they came from. Okay. Okay. I don't even know how much light ammunition I have. 9,700. Fair amount.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You'll hurry on in.
Basically just need the ammo by now, right? How much money do I have? Grand.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
Yes. Think nothing of it.
Oh no, my business is in trade, not owing others the burden of a favor. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You're not an easy man to reach, broker.
That is the primary goal. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
You said that in a way that was almost believable.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. I was delayed by MSI and the Iconoclasts. The idiots were scrambling all transmissions to override each other's broadcasts. But as you've shut them down, I'm back in business. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Phineas doesn't trust many people. How did he hook up with you?
You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't have to.
Precisely. I really ought to give you a raise.
Fine, tell me how to fix it.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Got it?
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you. Have some
Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
She's a friend and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck. Is that a Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. We'll call it an
Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
Can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
I'm curious about MSI and the Iconoclast.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
Something about Sanjar.
Sanjar is not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
What's the story between MSI and the Iconoclasts?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
MSI would have to stay behind while the other corporations left.
Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet.
You're the glue that brought them together.
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
Why did the partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Look.
Let's talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Got any compromising information on the chairman?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So the chairman demonetizes Monarch rather than welcome him back into the fold.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me. How...
This is the back entrance.
Testing 1, 2, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
You too.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
That looks like a ship crashing down.
Black holes? Did you see that? Looked like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Rupak.
Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
Acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
I think I want to have a chat with Zora. Amber Heights. Last time she said she would let me know when she's ready to have a chat.
Go take a walk, Captain.
Okay.
I'll find you once my head's...
What's the shortest way there? That seems to be kind of like... Let's use this just because I can't... I think it can go straight. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't find the
This area is
quick
suicide.
travel
If you got a way around it, ain't no shame in
point
Here they come.
I need to increase the ammo on this thing. Alright, how do I get there? Let's see, we just have to move around. Oh.
Doubt there's anyone or anything alive in there to cause you any grief. Seems like I'd be more effective out here, watching for threats.
Yeah, me too. You have fun.
They're not going to join. Eject Captain Matsu's command key.
My name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Right. Oh, that's the card. Cantankerous Canet targeting module. Or I can make a decision on who to give it to. Can I talk to... I would like to give it to fucking this styles. Yeah, can I talk to Zora? I would prefer...
It is endlessly fascinating to me that all of existence is simply
I think Graham is
atoms,
complete
molecules,
douche.
and chemical reactions, which in turn create and govern our bodies, minds, and emotions.
Take something. How...
And yet somehow, we still believe we are in control.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
I agree.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Zora's taking over.
What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Absolutely, every time, because you're an idiot. I do. She got the best interest of the Iconoclast at heart.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Those deaths are on your hands, Graham. No amount of meditating will clean them.
I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclast so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Yeah, I had hoped. Please, don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
This guy's a really believer.
Incoming!
My friend.
Well, Captain, here we are. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Hold on, I was thinking you and Sanjay could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Sanjay has corporate resources you could use to spread the message.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
Okay. Beautiful. There is a chance for everlasting peace.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet?
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclasts?
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read your reviews, Sanjay. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
Good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture.
You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
Zora leads the Iconoclasts now. What about her?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Yeah.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the Iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
All right. I'll have Celia organize a meeting in neutral territory, the old OSI church in the ruins. Meet us there, and we'll discuss terms.
Beautiful. This is working. You can actually get them to work together. That is amazing. There's always kind of like three options. You always can decide between one or the other, or there's a way to at least partially get people to work together in some way, shape, or form. Usually replacing someone. Can you get around here? Bloody entrance. Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally... Beautiful.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
We're here to see that the negotiations go smoothly.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
What if the Iconoclast just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
I don't see why that couldn't be accommodated.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Something tells me Sanjay didn't know.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Take it back. Not sorry. Here for your people, not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day. You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
I have, haven't I?
you'll excuse me. I must thank you for your excellent recommendation regarding Zora. She's most capable. Anyway, what can I...
How are things going still by these days?
Quite well. As a matter of fact, Zora is proving most capable. You should see the way she pounds the table and gets straight to the point. It makes for some rather exhilarating meetings. I know I had my concerns initially, but your instincts were right. Zora and her compatriots have become valuable and productive members of our community. And since we're back in the board's good graces, we've got real growth prospects to look forward to. What can I do for you?
Where would I find her?
Huh?
What happens at Amber Heights? It's still here though. Okay, that's odd. He's not in here. Okay, no clue where she is. That's fine. Into Sheep. Also, there's one side quest we can do here first.
Captain, Felix and the vicar are arguing again. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now,
The transmission is complete, Captain. I request you...
Fuck is Roseway?
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
There was a station that was
Still a lot of crap to go.
what's that? Who would that have been? Okay. Oh, it's him.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that. Aha. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated. The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Thank you. I assume it's a... No, it is not a science weapon, it's just a normal weapon. Heavy... What weapon has light armor? Bloody handguns. Okay, back to the ship. And then we head over to Edgewater, because there we can continue with the...
Captain, if you're looking for crew...
What's the name?
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
For the companion mission for Neokar. It's heading a bit further down this way.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Knock your butt, Captain.
All right.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
This is an unfortunate sight indeed. My condolences.
We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled, or I don't know what. We're stuck. And that's when I fucked up. We didn't take the contracts for the bits. We didn't take it because Prime sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson split out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me with life anyway. I've seen those.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
She'd still want to know, just the same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick. Not unless you happen to be familiar with the ins and outs of Mana Queen behavioral patterns. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we?
Let's do. Collect 3 pheromone glands from pungent primals.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084.
That picture, actually.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss. I've been thinking. I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
It's about Graham Bryant.
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
He's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Maybe you're right. I can't stop thinking about what he did. About all those people in Amber Heights. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Graham wasn't the one who killed all those people. He just allowed it to happen.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key, or looking the other way, or keeping your mouth shut when you ought to speak up. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me. Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Shock and disbelief, seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth.
Right, forgot. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
They're really on like completely fucking opposite sides. Fuck am I hit with? Oh, get the first one. All right, one more to go.
What was that?
That's the last of him.
Oh.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
Okay, I know where to go.
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
All right, so we have to head back to Monarch, and I think it's like left of this pick thingy station. There was a door that we could
If
open.
you stop in the engine room, would you have... That's part of
So I mean, we can land anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Just teleported right away. Yes, it's right there. Fucking Borst factory will. Charon. Mantisaur. 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 Mantisaur.
Making it look easy.
Let's look for her friends.
What's up? What's... You... All right. Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family, Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong. Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
Exactly.
Here they come!
What is that thing?
Out of my way!
Probably have to go over to this thing.
Right there! Going all right?
Boom.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Huh. That's...
Right.
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
Sounds good.
Outstanding.
Awesome. So I finished this. Which is Nyoka's quest. Now she has a new perk. Critical chance plus 10% when fighting creatures. All right, that means we can have a look at Felix's quest. So we've done Max's quest. We've done Yoga's quest. Can't continue on. Did we finish Pavadi's quest too? Actually, not sure. Not sure. By the way, we can start on Felix's quest. And Ellie's afterwards as well. Right. Harlow's base. It's a new area. I haven't been there before. Right. Let's check Pavadi. I don't think we finished Pavadi yet, to be honest. Right. This is right. This is a very small area.
Hey, you. Looking for... Where do you think you're going?
Clyde Howell's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on.
I hope we don't have to fight our way out of this. Fine. So much money. Hello.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix's family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
What does that mean? Want to put him through tests.
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
And what did he do?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
I think so too.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token. Well enough. You had a chip on your shoulder.
What do you mean, had?
You see what I had to deal with? A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. One day, when the board is weak and halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain.
Okay.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance.
Are they not always?
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Dun-dun-dun.
Hey.
This is Halcyon. You mind? Trying to have a moment here.
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
Looking for. I need to find Rufus.
Well, excuse you. Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
If you know what Trask is, you want to tell me.
That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
You should worry about yourself.
Hey, easy. I'm just trying to go about my day. Don't need some hired thug glaring me down. Rufus and his band of merry gun hands are hiding out in Emerald Vale. I swear, that's all I know. No.
Yeah. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution.
He must have been recruiting.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. No, and he was particular about that.
Cool. Alright, so I have to go back. Emerald Vale, that's Edgewater?
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are...
Yes. It is, I knew it.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
How do we get up there?
Come out.
Incoming!
Can we do that again?
Boom! Alright, I hope this is the way. It should be. North Gulch.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why did you betray him?
How do I know that I can trust you?
What's the worst that could happen? Harlow sent a stranger with a gun after you?
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Do you have some evidence?
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Let's see it.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Why would they buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me. Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not going to kill you, Trask, but I'm going to ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
Let's do just that.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to... and Sam down to the bridge?
Alright, let's see if we can find this evidence.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Sorry. It receives detailed payments made to C. Harlow on behalf of the board for freelancing services, included are the names of several freighters targeted by Harlow's crew, the manifest, and the sum value of all cargo delivered.
We need to have a word with Clyde. Looks like Trask was telling the truth. It's all there. Receipts for services rendered, payments, records, ship manifests. Clyde was a pirate for hire, and the board was paying him off. In typical board fashion, they left a trail of receipts behind. Ain't that just ironic? Yeah, Clyde owes us some answers.
What's the word? Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
I do.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face. How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Heads up, boss!
Fucking hell. I didn't realize he would just fucking attack me.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that. No kidding. I'm glad you keep the kitchen stocked. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Okay, so you got the perk as well. Post armor damage dealt 50%.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the...
You're adjusting before you pull.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
That sounds like a good idea.
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Sounds good.
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Anyhow.
Let's do it right away.
We've arrived.
So, fellow was rottener than week-old Borst. Big surprise.
CNP, Borst, and baked beans. When you need to eat one...
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
My engineer is looking to do some deep cleansing. What's to impress Chief?
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime, sweetheart.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
I'm sure too. Definitely worth it. Alright, we're gonna head over to Monarch. See if I can't get these things.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my...
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. You're
I see you stuck around. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes.
I can cover it.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Cool. Now we only need the sweets. It's completely dead town.
Aren't those cakes just a... The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. I guess that settles dinner. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me.
We need a
I got this nice
dress.
meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain. Maybe you're right, and I'm stalling a bit. But maybe I also need to, so as I can work up the courage. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Joliker's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that. Well, not today, no, but maybe someday. I know this is all a little crazy, Captain, but I think it's gotta be this place. I saw the lady who runs it on Aetherwave, and, well, she made everybody she dressed feel better. Confident. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot.
Okay. So we can't continue with it right now. So the only companion quest we haven't done yet, I think Sam doesn't have one. So let's check.
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean. Sure. And look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. Well, who hasn't been there? Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last. Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else? What did I tell you? His down with the man shtick was just an act. Take a page out of my rule book. Don't trust anyone. Don't get all mushy on me now. People look out for their own interests. Sure I can. In fact, I bet you I live a lot longer. Well, let me know how that works out for you. Anyway, you really want to tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony? And here I thought I'd seen it all. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. I'll make you one some. Sure do. There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's board-authorized freight hauling, and some of it's not. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Glad to hear it. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No.
Okay. She's not going to give us anything.
Captain, if you're looking for crew...
Okay, so we can't go there at the moment. Can't go here either.
Members Ellie or Felix. They're sharing a drink upstairs.
So we need to get down.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I want to Max and Fabati with me.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line. If I had time and the chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colony. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
trust her, if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy.
30 points available. I don't really know. It doesn't actually matter too much, to be honest. All right, Byzantium as the new era we can go to, but that will happen on another time.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
It's quite late, and I'm going to head to bed. There's work to do tomorrow, so I will probably be back in the next few days. Either way,